Well, we all love to go to the footy, but where does the actual footy come from? Let's go inside Burley and find out.
Burley was established in 1907, Seacombe in 1923. The two brands were formally put together in 1983. So there's an awful lot of history there. On the Burley side of things, an association with the waffle started back then in 1907, so it would have to be one of the longest sporting relationships around, I would think. I've only been around 24 years at Burley compared to Malcolm's 50, but yeah, in my time they have changed a little bit, so they're a little bit more pointed now.
And the Malcolm he was talking about was Malcolm Tapscott, who joined Burley as a 14-year-old in 1958 and still works there today in a consulting role.
I was in school, and my mother came around and said, "I got a job for you," and that was it. When I first started making cricket balls, leather jackets, gloves, cricket pads, baseball gear, anything to do with sporting, footballs, and I gradually went to the football section and stayed in the football section in about 64, I think it was, 1964. I think there's about 27 different movements in a ball. It gets cut, graded, lining, rolled, turned, machining, turned, more machining. The bladder gets put in, gets laced up, blown up, then out to the public.
We make approximately 20,000 a year. Most of them are sold in Western Australia. We've got a good slice of the South Australian market. The Burley football is used in the sandful as well as the waffle.
You can only tell a good football, bad football by looking at the points. And a common practice, if you lay the football side of that and spin it, it should stand up on its toe, on its end. If I ever go and watch a game, it's the ball I watch, not the game. How it goes through the air, how it bounces.
The Burley will again be booted around in the waffle this year, continuing an association that has lasted more than a century.
The Burley football is synonymous with West Australian football. The product itself is one of the highest qualities that you can get, and that's testament to the way that the ball is produced. It's still handmade, and it goes back 100 years. So when you talk about the culture, tradition and history of West Australian football, in particular the waffle, the Burley football is up there with all of that.
How do you go testing it yourself, mate? How do you go with the
Oh, as good as ever, Bucks. I can still put it over 60. No, that was not, just a bit of a blooper there.
Steve Butler reporting for thewest.com.au.